practice focuses on yoga for concentration. So make sure you're in something comfortable and a nice seated position. You could even start on a chair to begin with. And we're just going to dive right in, focusing on the breath and concentrating on the breath to begin with. We will inhale, rotating the shoulders up and down and back, and blowing out swiftly with 2 breaths as the shoulders come down, pressing the elbows into the side of the body. Inhaling the shoulders up, breathing in through the nose, and then forcefully exhaling out the mouth as the shoulders drop. One more time, filling up the breath in the belly, inhaling through the nose. Deepest breath of the day, shoulders up, and exhaling out the mouth swiftly. 2 times. Beautiful. Now, closing the eyes and bringing your attention into the center of your chest, breathing into your proud chest, breathing in through the nose, focusing on your purpose of enhancing your concentration, exhaling out the mouth anything that is not serving you in this moment, until all of the air leaves the body. Again, inhaling in through the nose, filling up the center, the top, all the way up into the top of the breath, and then exhaling, blowing the air out. So the air leaves the top of the chest, the middle of the chest, and the belly button comes back down towards the bottom of the pelvis. Beautiful. And one more time, inhaling in, inviting in that concentration, using the mantra, I am concentrating, or I am focused. Inhaling, breathing in through the nose, filling up the breath to its complete fullness, and then exhaling, releasing anything that's not serving you, and letting yourself know that you will get back to it after this class. But for right now, you are concentrating on your healing. Beautiful. Gently opening up your eyes and inhaling, bringing the hands up, filling the belly up as the hands come up to the heart. And when the hands come in front of the throat, then exhaling, turning the palms down, and exhaling as the air is leaving all the way back out the body. So this movement, we're just coordinating the same thing we were doing before, inhaling in, but with the hands. Filling up the tube, and then exhaling, releasing all the air out of the tube of the breath. Or if the visualization of balloon works, inhaling in, filling up your balloon, sipping in, flaring the nostrils with the nose, and then exhaling, blowing out. Releasing. Fantastic. Left hand comes down, inhaling the right hand up, reaching over, breathing into the side of the belly, breathing into the middle of the chest, underneath the right armpit. You can circle the arm around here. Beginning to coordinate the breath and the movement, inhaling the arm up and exhaling back down. If you're feeling cool in the body, you can inhale into the nose and exhale back out the nose as if you're snoring. Inhaling in through the nose, heating up, filling up the back of the throat, and exhaling out the nose, constricting the back of the throat. And one more time, inhaling in, fullest extension of the breath, and exhaling. As the sound of the breath becomes loud, it allows for your focus to move back inwards toward yourself. And then exhale, pushing yourself back up to center, pressing the right hand into the floor, and exhaling the left hand up and reaching over, bending the right elbow. Inhaling and exhaling, moving the left hand around, drawing circles with the palm, extending through the fingertips. Inhaling, breathing into the side of the ribs. Exhale, constricting as if a baby is snoring. You being the baby of yourself, snoring out the back of your throat. Inhaling, breathing in, filling up the air, and then on the exhale, moving the hand back. Really using the concentration, using the sound of the breath to pull in the focus of the mind. So often we're getting so much energy out, and even particularly in our days working on computers or out in the world, we give so much energy out through our eyes. So really using the breath to focus that energy back into yourself. When the hand comes down, pressing up and back and down, shoulders lifting up. Exhale, squeezing the arms out to the side into cactus arms. Lifting the right arm across the body and hooking with the left forearm. Rotating the shoulder up and down and back, and then looking over your right shoulder. And feeling the breath filling up, pressing into as the chest presses into the right elbow. Really allowing this breath to focus the movement. It's a very subtle movement here, but by concentrating on the inhalation and the exhalation of the breath, we can focus our energy back into our body. One more inhalation in. You're really having a hard time focusing. You can even say to yourself as you inhale, I'm inhaling in. Exhale, I'm exhaling out. Pressing back on that forearm. And then on the exhalation, releasing, sweeping the arms down, sweeping the right hand open, and releasing it back down. Rotating the right shoulder, imagining that there is a paintbrush coming out of the shoulder. So rotating it around and just noticing the opening of space that you're creating here. And from the right ear all the way down into the clavicle, the top of the right shoulder, and then rotating in the other direction. You can even get your wrist into it, get a little snaky motion, moving your elbow around, have some fun with it, inviting in that breath. The breath fills up the space in the body, and then exhaling, releasing, and letting that go. Beautiful. Now inhaling the left arm out, nice and strong through the hands, wiggling the fingers, and exhaling, bringing the left arm, swiping it across the body, bringing up the right forearm and hooking it onto the left forearm. Notice at first the shoulder might be up, so rotating it up and down and back to create spaciousness. Pressing into the sit bone and imagining at the same time you're having an opposing movement of moving upwards. So the top of the head is moving up towards the ceiling, grounding into the sit bones. The shoulder releases down to the back side of the body. And then on the exhale, looking over the left shoulder if that feels okay for your neck. Creating some spaciousness in the right side of the neck. If you're starting to feel any tingling in the hands, you can even just rotate the fingers around a little bit to bring some energy into the nerves that run up and down the hand. Being gentle with yourself and yet focused with the breath. Noticing what's happening with the breath. If anything feels tight or constricted, using that snoring breath that ujjayi or victory breath. Inhaling into the back of the throat, I'm inhaling in, filling up the belly of the breath, and exhaling out, I'm exhaling out. Using the focus, concentration of the breath in the movement. And then exhale, releasing the right hand down. The left hand sweeps across the lap, and then rotating the left shoulder back and down, noticing that opening on the side of from the left ear, running down into the left clavicle, that paintbrush on the left shoulder, making circles here, and then switching in the other direction. You might even bring the elbow into it, bring the wrist into it, really finding some fun and finding some expression in this concentrated movement. So we're just doing some joint openings to concentrate how we can bring some flow of energy into the body by opening up any constricted points, major joints in the body. We'll move the chin down towards the chest first and exhaling it up towards the sky. Breathing into the front of the neck, exhaling the chin down, finding the fullest expression, really gentle. Make sure you're not moving too much, too quickly, or too fast. Inviting in that snoring breath, that soothing oceanic sound. That sound begins to tell the body as the wave of the breath moves in and out that it's okay to relax. It's okay to bring the concentration back into the body. And then exhaling, left, looking over the left shoulder, breathing into the right side of the neck, exhaling back to the center, inhaling, looking over the right shoulder, exhaling, we'll coordinate that movement again. Inhaling, head back to center. Exhale, left chin moves over left shoulder. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, right ear, right shoulder. And seeing as you move back to the center, can you concentrate, move your focus into the feeling along the right side of the ear? The nerves and the muscles that run down from the back side of the ear, back to center, and then exhaling, feeling the energy and the muscles that move behind the left ear as you extend your view behind you. Back to center, and one more time, inhaling left. How far can your eyes even initiate the movement of looking behind you, also stretching the eyes as you look behind you, and then exhaling back to the center. Inhaling to the right. How far can the eyes look behind you on the right side? Can you see all the way over to your left shoulder? And then exhaling back to the center. Beautiful. So we warmed up, concentrated in the head, concentrated in the shoulders, the arms, and now we're going to concentrate in the hips, just systematically moving down the body. So rotating around, stirring up the center of the body, really slow to begin with, maybe even thinking you could close the eyes to experience from the inside out. First thinking of a quarter size movement that you're making, then expanding that into a teacup, pressing in, choosing the palms to press into the tops of the legs, and using the opposition force of the elbows out to the side, pressing into the tops of the thighs. Make sure you're not pressing on the kneecaps. And while you're pressing, this really gives you this grounding sensation of focused energy in the body. You're concentrated on this very small movement to begin with, initiating it from the belly button first. So we're not just like running around the spinal wanga. We're just really slowly moving from the center point, the belly button first. And then you might even expand that a little bit further out. Notice what's happening with the breath. And then switching in the other direction, starting really tiny micro movements from the center of the belly first, pressing into the hands, the fingertips in towards the center of the thighs, elbows turned out, chin parallel to the ground. And then expanding that circle, sensing from the inside out. Can you really begin to even feel your digestive organs getting a little massage here? So you can think about using the breath as you're filling up the breath to massage the inner organs when the breath is full. And on the exhalation, maybe even blowing out the mouth, any digestive stagnation, belching happens here, bodily functions happen here. So just releasing the toxins that might come out of the body. Beautiful. Releasing and letting that go. Closing your eyes, placing your hands back in front of the heart, equidistant palms pressing in one towards another. And then gently opening up the eyes. I invite you to keep your concentration on the tip of your nose here. Breathing in through your nose. Exhale out the pursed lips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then inhaling into a 3 count. And then on the exhalation, out 6 counts. So by beginning to keep with this 3 count inhalation and 6 count exhalation, by concentrating the breath in, especially extending the exhalation here, we begin to slow down the nervous system response or reset the nervous system. So especially if the nervous system has been agitated during the day or agitated in your lifetime, by extending the exhalation here. Especially out the pursed lips, releasing any heat, any mental hyperactivity, or any stagnation. Beautiful. Fantastic. And we're just going to tap into the chest here, using the loose wrists to tap into the chest. Tap down the arms. And beginning to use the sensation of the hand pressing onto the body, the biofeedback of the hand across the chest and up and down the arms, and then along the backside of the body, loose wrist. This tapping begins to focus and concentrate the energy into the body, allowing the body to release anything that's not serving it, releasing the mind and the spirit, for anything that is stagnant in the body, and then creating space, creating focus with the breath to come in. Okay, we're going to move into one more breath exercise here. So inhaling the hands up above the head and then exhaling down. Inhale the hands up and exhale the hands down. Out the nose, inhale the hands up, hands down. And think about on the exhalation, forcefully breathing out the nose. So you might need a Kleenex, you can grab a little tissue, or make sure if you're feeling a little stuffy, you could even massage along the nose bridge here. But this begins to bring in, especially if you're feeling stagnation, depression, anything like that, just bringing in some of that energy now that we've created space in the body and in the breath cavity. Inhaling the hands up, exhaling the hands down and fix. Inhale up, exhale the fist down. Inhale the hands up, exhaling the elbows, striking gently the side of the body. Inhale, hands up. And find a pace that feels good for you. I'm going to do this for 10 more breaths. So 10, 9, 8, 7, concentrating with the numbers, 6, 5, 4, 3, tall through the chest, 2, 1. Closing the eyes, hands back of the palms on the knees, palms facing up towards the sky, and feeling how that energy feels in the body, coming back to that 3 count inhalation in through the nose, and 6 count exhalation out the nose this time. One more breath here, inhaling in through the nose, 3 count, 2, 3, and then exhaling out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And coming back to this idea, this focus, I am concentrated. I am concentrating. Beautiful. Placing the feet out in front of you. So if you're in a chair, you can still do this. So placing your feet out in front of you. I'm going to take some knee circles here. So lifting the right foot up, placing it onto the left thigh. We're going to just gently create a little shaking sensation, moving the femur, moving the leg in the hip socket. Just, you could get a hold of the underneath their thigh, just loosening up, especially if you have any real tightness in your lower back. Sometimes this can be from knee issues, sometimes this can be from hip issues. And if this is too much for your knee, you can even just bring the leg out here or even on the ground if you can't fold the right foot up onto your thigh. And the same thing if you're sitting in a chair, you can also grab a hold of your foot if that's available to you and just shake the leg. So beautiful. Inhaling in through the nose. Releasing the stagnation in the hips. Our hips hold a lot of energy, a lot of emotional energy. So we really want to open up and loosen the hip joint. This huge muscle group and holds a lot of memory and holds a lot of energy in the body. Releasing and letting that go. You can grab a hold of underneath your thigh and rotating hip around to one direction. Starting with a really tiny first quarter size movement, then moving it to a dish size movement, and then moving it to a platter size movement, and then switching directions, really tiny first, nice and tall through the back of the spine. In the opposite direction, a little bit larger, and then release. You might close the eyes here and then just concentrate and feel the difference between the right thigh and the left thigh, the right leg and the left leg. Beautiful. So grabbing 100 under the back left thigh, the back of the right foot you can place on the top of the right thigh and giving a little shake out of the thigh. Sometimes I'm a little dyslexic, so hopefully I didn't get my rights and my lefts confused here, but whatever side you're on, do the other side, you know what I mean. So just giving this a shake out. And the beauty of this too is if the thigh is placed, the left shin is placed onto the right thigh, you're going to also give a slight massage down this whole quadricep and thigh muscle here, which holds a lot of tension, a lot of kind of lactic acid muscle buildup, especially if you've done any working out or even if you're just sitting a lot. There can be stagnation in the thigh and in the hip. And just continuing to shake out what's happening with the breath. making sure that you have letting the thigh move up and down while making sure you're not pressing too hard or no pressure on the knee itself. And then gently releasing that, grabbing a hold underneath the left thigh with the crossed hands, supporting the thigh and beginning tiny little circles in quarter size. Tiny little circles, growing to a saucer size, tall through the back, and then increasing, and then switching in the opposite direction. Extending into the breath, concentrating the movement. Beautiful. And just giving the legs a shake out in front of you here. Rolling over onto your front side, legs coming behind you. And just one more movement here before we come into a guided rest practice. Placing the elbows underneath the shoulders, placing the palms out wide into like a sphinx-like pose. The hips, feet are hip width distance apart. The hips pressing into the ground so that the lower back is supported. Rotating the shoulders up and down and back. Breathing into the front of the chin parallel to the ground. And on the exhalation, looking over the left shoulder back towards the left heel. Inhaling here, feeling the belly massaging into the ground. Beautiful, making sure you're not collapsing. Continue to press into the elbows here. This is a really subtle movement. Using the concentration to focus the gaze back towards the left heel. And on the exhalation, bringing the head back to neutral, rotating the shoulders up and down and back. And then looking over, pressing into the right elbows, equal distance in both hands, and looking over the right shoulder. Can you follow your gaze back to concentrate? Can you see your right heel? What is happening with the breath? Trying to keep with that balanced inhalation and exhalation here. So inhaling for a 3 count here, 2, 1, and exhaling back out that snoring breath out the back of the throat, out the nose. 3, 2, 1. Pressing into the elbows. Make sure you're not collapsing. Chin parallel to the ground as the gaze shifts back over the right shoulder. Beautiful. Head coming back to neutral. And on the exhalation, spreading the knees wide apart, the toes come together, and we're going to walk ourselves up and back into a child's pose. Allowing the hands to come forward. Feels really great. Oh, for the lower back here to just relax. And the biofeedback of the front body supported by the floor. Allowing the knees to widen. Perhaps you have the pillow of the hands underneath the head. If you wanted to take it a little further, you could walk your fingertips out in the spider movement, lengthening perhaps a few centimeters. The forehead could be on the ground. Rotating the forehead back to the right and the head, right side, left side, kind of ironing out any wrinkles on the forehead. Allowing for that spaciousness. Concentrating your awareness and your focus back into your body. Beautiful. Walking the hands back up and coming to your final well-deserved rest, restorative rest pose. So coming back onto your back in Shavasana, feet hip width distance apart. Make sure you're warm. You might have a little blanket or something. Rotating your shoulders up and down and back, palms towards the sky. Take a nice deep inhalation through the nose. Exhaling out pursed lips here. You might even release a sound. And again, breathing in through the nose and exhaling out on the ha sound. Releasing the breath out of the body. Beautiful. And one more time on your exhalation, allowing the body and the mind to concentrate and follow this sound as it disappears. We now begin Yoga Nidra, or guided restorative rest. Eyes are closed, the body is still, the mind is in a mood to relax. You're not trying to concentrate. Make no effort to control the mind. You're becoming aware of your whole body. You are lying in an atmosphere charged with the powerful environment of healing. Just by concentrating your awareness into your body through stillness, you are transforming your environment. The sound of your breath is very rhythmic and slow. Your body is in a state of relaxation. Now think mentally, I'm going to practice Yoga Nidra, guided rest. I'm listening to the instructions. A constant concentration and communication is taking place between me and myself and what I hear. I can hear the sound of her voice, and we are connected as I connect with my deeper self. At this point, remember the intention we set in the beginning of class, a resolution. I am concentrating. Or if you have another intention that you work with, repeat it to yourself here. I am concentrating. Keep listening to me and go on with concentration, a relaxed focus. Do not try to analyze things. Using the awareness to follow the instructions around your body. We begin. Become aware of your right hand thumb and mentally say, right hand thumb, no movement. Right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, shoulder, armpit, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right foot, heel, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe. Now move on to the left side. Become aware of the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, elbow, shoulder, right side, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Go back to the body, the back of the head, back of the neck, the right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttocks, left buttocks, right heel, left heel. Now moving to the front of the body, right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, middle of the eyebrow, right eye, left eye, right nostril, left nostril, whole nose, right cheek, left cheek, right jaw, left jaw, tongue, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, the whole body. Become aware of the body lying on the floor. There is the point where the body is in contact with the floor. Bring your awareness to all of the points of contact. The heels on the floor, both heels, the point where they touch the floor. Now from the top of the body, the head as it touches the floor, the back of the right hand, the left hand, the right elbow, the left elbow, the right side of the hips, left side of the hips, the hamstrings, the right leg, the left leg, the right heel, the left heel, as it touches the floor. Bringing your mind back to the center of your brow, allowing your concentration to follow the sound as you come back into your body. Becoming aware of the room that you're in, becoming aware of your body, bringing your concentration back into the space that you're in. Coming back to your intention. I am concentrating, allowing this practice to center into your being, feeling the entire body on the floor, grounding back into the base of the spine, feeling the point where your hips, your lower back touches the floor. When you're ready, you may stay here. If you have more time to rest, or feel free to begin to wiggle your fingers, extending your hands above your head. And when you're feeling complete, rolling over to your right side, gently pushing yourself back up into a seated position with your eyes closed. Placing the hands in front of the heart. Bowing your chin down towards your chest, giving thanks for the powerful focus of your awareness, giving thanks for yourself for coming to participate in your own healing, giving thanks to your ancestors that brought you into your powerful and beautiful body. Namaste and Ashe. If you found any benefit from this class practice, feel free to share with someone else who might need it. We're here for healing, live streaming Tuesday, 8 a.m. and Thursdays, 5 p.m. I'm Alfie Young. Spread the love.